thought-provoking ignorance, the best blend of hip-hop and R&B with special guests and Cave Crush interviews. Inside the Cave is now on Indie Central Radio. Inside the Cave.
Inside the Cave podcast. Outside Danny, word up D.
Hey, Charlemagne the God here, and I'm going inside the cave, right?
This is Dion Cole, I'm going inside the cave. Peace.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your favorite Clay Cousins Jr., man, and I'm going inside the cave. I'm finna be in there. Just tune in. I'm in here.
Bad. It's just niche. I'm going inside the cave. Where the fuck is the cave? But we in that bitch all day, every day. Check out the podcast. They doing big things. We out.
Hey, it's your boy Rodney Perry, and I'm going inside the cave. And I hope I come out.
Thought-provoking ignorance since 2015.
You did say you wanted to be in, right? All right, here we go. Welcome back to Inside the Cave, InsideTheCavePodcast.com, and CaveCrushShop.com. Live every single week on Indie Central Radio. Want to give a shout out to an anonymous listener who made a statement, said, well, anyway, she enjoys the show, so I'll just say that she enjoys the show every week on Indie Central Radio. Right after the Gossip and Heifers is the replay every single week. I am CB and I'm the real CB. Seasonal said 2 weeks ago. Hey man, thanks again for coming to my daughter's little birthday gathering, man. I appreciate that, man. You always show up for family events, whether it's big or small. Gotta pay for them or not, hey, appreciate that, brother. That's all that is, your goddaughter. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's my goddaughter. That's the least I can do.
I appreciate that. It's good seeing you as always. Ladies, let's talk about it. Tell the truth with Sly.
What's up, everybody? Sly, tell the truth. Ladies, let's talk about it. We're gonna get into it today. Okay. The Cleves Report podcast, who just did an interview. He's getting famous overnight. People want to meet and greet with the Cleves. So, Cleves Report with Ro.
What's up? Humbly saying thank you. And one more, thank you.
And the country rap tune with Big Dog. What's up with it, man? Ladies. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Here we go. The lovely, the beautiful, the talented Cat. We missed you, Cat.
I missed you guys. Good afternoon. Oh no, good evening, guys.
Hey, Kat, did you hear we answered your question last week on last week's show? How do men feel about other men getting married? I don't know if you heard that yet.
I appreciate it because that's always a question I ask.
Okay, did you get your answer?
Yeah, you guys are whack.
Well, how you doing today, Kat? How you been?
Hey, Sly.
Hey, Kat.
Yeah. Sly been together for almost 3 months now, huh? 3 or 4 months now? That's good.
I saw your picture, Sly. You look so fantastic. I was Facebook stalking you.
Yeah, I know knew you come around sometime. Yes, nah. Don't get jealous, CB. And Joe, wherever you at, Joe, listening, don't get jealous neither, man.
I'm not jealous at all. Hey, like what we say last week, that's your problem. You want a girlfriend, you want to wait till you 45 and get a girlfriend, that's on you.
What a fantabulous problem to have, baby. I keep that a good problem for.
Fuck that. Shit, if I had made it to your state slide, no way in the world I'd be looking to get a new girlfriend. Shit, what's wrong with you?
Ain't shit wrong with me, man. Ain't nothing wrong with settling down with a coworker.
Yeah. Hey, let me say this again. Hold on. What's that girl? Oh, anyway, we got a lot going on today. We're gonna finally get to the Cleves Report this week, where we're gonna talk about instituting black law. That'll be by Roland on the Cleves Report. Hey, and everybody listening on Indie Central Radio, we are doing. We got a new mix. It's old school mini mix. Celebrating this week, Diana Ross. She turned 75, man. So got a mini mix, like a 2-minute mini mix of the best of Diana Ross. Man, that girl, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. That woman right there. Everybody listening on Indie Central, man, call your mama, call your grandmama. I'm telling you later on in the show, that woman got classics. Man. Her and Marvin Gaye, it's an album her and Marvin Gaye got. Marvin and Diana, I think it's called. Man. Boy. Classic.
For sure. It is a classic. That is a good one.
You know what I'm talking about, Kat?
Yes, I do. And it is a good album.
Hey, I'm gonna give a shout out again to the girl who runs our our Instagram page, Fuck Your Feelings. She is running in the New York City Marathon, and she said any donation is welcome. She needs to make 3,500 by October. Thanks in advance. You can send that to # African Princess 23. She says she made about 1,500 last week. So
well, with all the checks that you got from the 2-3 years this show been on, you should be able to cover that, right?
Hey, shit. Who told you that lie? She's running for autism, and so send her. Damn, who told you that lie, Kat? I'm working on it. I'm trying to make some money.
Is she running for autism awareness?
No. This is not affiliated with Inside the Cave. So anyway,
wait a minute, ain't that race lie didn't get into?
Yeah, damn, that is true.
Yeah,
you did get in that race.
I did the lottery. Yeah, you right, Ro. I did the lottery.
Damn, you let a woman beat you?
No, she chose to raise money for a charity. I choose not to.
Oh, okay.
Do you hear him? He said you let a woman beat you in a lottery.
No, I thought it was a race. I thought he let a woman beat him in her time. Like you basically saying a woman's faster than you. Like, man, you can't let that happen. Come on, bro.
Nigga, you know how many women faster than you?
No, but now I'm not competing. I'm talking about if I was competing, it wouldn't be no woman faster than me. I don't play that shit.
What you being faster?
I think he means every woman would be faster than him. It wouldn't be no one woman. It would be every woman.
Okay, Kat. I'll race you the next time I see you. I'll race you next time I see you. I guarantee you.
Race your ass to the table.
I was gonna say I just raced your ass right now. I ran past you. You ain't even see me.
Yeah, I got my money on Kat.
Yeah, you crazy.
If it's racing to the table for snacks, that's CB all day.
They say you
hands the fuck down.
Say you better tell them how fast I used to be.
Yeah, you used to be as fast as frozen syrup, man.
On a down slope.
That's fucked up, man. You know how fast I used to be.
On a hot day. On a hot day.
And we got a good Cat's Corner this week too, as well. So to stay tuned for that. And things you can't say and do to black women during sex. We'll be talking about that later on in the show. And also coming up next is True, False, and I'll see what you guys think about that. So everybody listen on Indie Central. We'll be right back.
Your favorite podcast is now syndicated on Indie Central Radio. Listen to Inside the Cave weekly on Indie Central Radio. Download the Indie Central Radio app now.
All right, here we go. This is welcome back to Inside the Cave. This is True, False, and this is stuff I see on the internet, stuff that goes on my mind. I just want to know, true, false, and you tell me. A woman knows on first sight if she's gonna give up that box. True, false, and
true.
Wow. So you can be persuaded, you're saying, Kat?
No, a lot of people talk themselves out of pussy.
Yeah,
I never heard that before.
Hey, we know a guy like that.
I never heard of anything like that before. Where do you get that from, Kat? I never heard that.
What do you mean, where the fuck I get it from? I'm a woman. What do you mean? A lot of men talk too much, and they talk themselves out of vagina.
Really?
I do. Yeah, I think I want to say add too, because I think that if you would have asked it a different way and said women are saying he can get it if he don't fuck it up. Yeah.
No, I think he asked it the right way. She knows straight off the gate if she want to, but after you fuck it up, then she gonna change her mind.
Thank you, dog. Thank you.
Okay. All right. What you think, Sid? You said answer?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with she know.
Yeah, I will go with whatever the lady says. She the only one that got a box on here. All right, here we go. True, false, or in? No woman has all five: good credit, a good box, body and shape, willingness to live.
Why are we calling it a box, my love?
Okay, pussy. I was trying to be.
I'm just saying, a box implies that it's angles, it's sharp right angles. Like, I don't know if I like the word box.
And dry.
What would you like? What would you like?
Like cardboard. It makes me think of cardboard when you
Does
say
twat
box.
sound better? Do you like twat?
No, I mean,
Is something wrong with vagina?
You like
I
pink
was
thing?
just say the word box just makes it sound a little juvenile.
Okay, do you like pink thing? That little pink thing? You know,
Wow. Okay.
What would you like for me to call the pussy? What would
Let's
you
stick with box.
Okay, I just call it pussy. No more. Everybody listen, I tried to keep it clean, but you see what happened. The lady told me not to call it. All right. No woman has
cooter.
Cooter. No.
You showing your age now, motherfucker.
Damn.
I was gonna say poontang. That's what we're gonna call it, poontang.
Call it a coochie.
Why not a pocketbook?
Pocketbook.
Or a coochie?
A coin purse.
A coin purse or something. Like what?
Why can't we just call it a pussy and keep it moving?
Yeah. All right, here we go. No woman has all five: good credit, good vagina, body and shape, willingness to listen to her man, accepts accountability, good mothering and nurturing skills. No woman has all five.
Well, I don't know about none of those, but if you got good coochie, you ain't got to listen to your man.
You got good pussy, you can eliminate 2 or 3 of the problems.
Absolutely. You don't need good credit.
No,
Hey,
get us wherever we need to go. Me, you, and your pussy.
And as Jeezy said, if the head right, I'm there every night.
Did you say Jesus or Jeezy?
Jeezy. As Jeezy said.
Said that we got a problem.
I thought Jesus wept.
Jesus said, I'll be back in 7 days.
I thought Jesus wept. I didn't know he said he gonna be there every night.
And Jeezy said, if the head's right, I'm there every night.
All right, here's a good one. I heard this a lot. If a man can only produce girls, like every time he makes a baby, it's always a girl. He was a hoe in his pet before he got settled down.
That's absolutely the truth.
True. Okay.
Yes, because the other side is yes. Mine is yes. Mine is absolutely yes.
I agree too. I agree 100%. Karma will come back and bite you in the ass, and every bit you done wrong, your daughter double.
Wow. False, dog. That's false. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. This is based off of a couple weeks ago's Cat's Corner. If she say G, fam, fuck you mean, she like to fight niggas. True, false?
Absolutely. That's true.
True.
If that ain't the truth, I don't know what is.
Yeah, you laughing. What you doing? You laughing.
I definitely knows when I want to fight a nigga.
Yeah.
She want to fight brick walls too. Yes, it's true.
Yeah. And she drink Hennessy?
And she drink Hennessy. Okay. And she spit.
Out the bottle.
Hold on, if she spit, she don't just fight, she cut niggas. If she hawk her, she carry a 38.
All right. Here we go. True, false, and never trust a bitch that can stand up and piss. I'm talking about a bitch now. I'm talking about a woman now. I ain't talking about no woman man type. I'm talking about a woman that'll say, I gotta piss and go out in the back just like a nigga and go piss. Never trust a bitch that can piss standing up. True, false.
Never trust anybody that piss standing up that ain't a man. Good fuck. You go in the backyard, you see your dog standing up. Don't touch your dog. If you go down in the basement, you see a mouse standing up pissing, you need to move.
They never trust anything.
No.
So you.
That's so not fair. That's so not fair. I mean, I'm one of those people that if I have to go, if I have to go like in the men's room, like in the toilet isn't available, like I will figure out how to pee.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Relax.
Stop it.
I'm not gonna let logistics stop me from peeing.
Cat, cut it out. Cut it out.
You done pissed in the urinal before, Cat?
Stop it. Don't answer that. Don't
in
answer.
several states.
Hey, can you next time send a video of that? I gotta see that.
The fuck you mean? I'm peeing. I ain't taking pictures.
I need to see that.
Well, I'm saying this is like peeing is natural. So
yeah, but not standing up as a woman and peeing.
It's damn sure not in men's bathroom.
I mean, I'm serious. Like, if I have to go, the men's room is the only thing available, and there's a urinal. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm gonna piss on myself.
Why don't you squat? Why can't you squat? Yeah, why can't you squat on the urinal?
Even if you're squatting, a urinal isn't a toilet seat. I'm not gonna lean my booty or nothing.
Yeah. I don't know about the.
I think that's a little. Again, I think that's just a little unfair. Certain situations, a woman might have to.
I think you should piss in the sink. Sit down in the sink and just piss.
Did you ever see that little thing they made?
What? In
private.
In the sink.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Okay. So we're going with false on this. Is this stuff that I be saying? I don't know.
You ever see that? You ever see that thing, that pocket penis for females, where they it's like a cup with a funnel on the end?
Yeah, I seen that.
Up in the woods.
No, I have not seen that. A pocket. No, I haven't.
I'm wondering what you're doing with yourself the way you sing.
Yeah, I don't.
I saw one called the Shiwi, and it's basically just a better, safer. A Shiwi. It's the base of the like a funnel that goes where you on your pee in it, and you can like pee. Like you gotta go.
All right. Okay, here we go. True, false, all women have made a profit off their pussy at some point in their life. All women. True, false,
Well, that's a stupid ass question.
Well, you just coming from a stupid ass nigga.
Like what
fucking type of question?
What, somebody in debt off their coochie? Come on, man. That don't make no sense.
I'm talking about all women have gave up their pussy for some money.
The fact that I'm on this show right now should tell you now. I don't understand that question. If I had money and I was rich, I'd have business and I wouldn't be here. So no,
that's sad, Cat. Come on now. Why would you?
No, I mean that is a sad thing to tell women, like, because they got a pussy, they should have money.
I didn't say that. I asked. Is it true, false, I just asked.
I think that's false. There's a lot of good girls out here who don't even know their coochie is worth money.
You need to tell them, Cat.
I know one thing. Any woman that's putting miles on it for free is a fool. I say that.
Damn. Talk that shit, bro. All right, true, false, all men have paid for the pussy in some way or form. True, false,
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Yeah. Definitely true. Some men are still paying for the pussy. All right. And they ain't even getting it no more.
And sometimes you can pay without money. It's called years off your life.
All right. She's too young.
How many more?
I got two. There's just two more. Two more. True, false, she's too young if she wears her own hair. And on the flip side, she's seasoned if she wears her own hair. Everybody in the middle wear weaves and sew-ins. True, false, Think about it.
Sounds like you've been thinking about this too long.
That's all.
Wait, can you say it? Can you read it again? I'm sorry.
Sure,
Cat, please don't make him read that shit again. I don't know how CB come up with this bullshit.
He about to read it the reverse way now. Go on, read it.
She's too young or underage if she wears her own hair. And on the flip side, she's seasoned if she wears her own hair. Everybody in the middle
agree with that.
Wears weaves and sew-ins.
No, you know what? Because there's some old heifers walking around with some mean wigs on.
That's true. That is true. That's very true.
So that's a
All right, this is the last one. Now, Kat, I really need your expertise on this. If your girl agrees to a threesome with you, she has to pick the girl. True, false, or
True.
Hell yeah, that's true. Because if you run off and pick the girl, you know you've been wanting to fuck for the longest anyway.
Yeah, but if she go out and pick the girl, that means she don't want your ass either.
You gotta watch some of these 2019 women. She gonna pick the bitch she been wanting to get with.
You know,
Just use you as an
It's a lose-lose situation, said.
Well, you better just go to Vegas and pay for it and come on back home.
Oh, we just gonna go meet a bitch together.
All right. That was True Foster in on Inside the Cave. That's how we starting the show out. We'll be right back with listeners' feedback.
The best hip hop throwbacks and R&B inside the cave on Indie Central Radio.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Inside the Cave. This is listeners' feedback with Cousin Lamar.
Got an opinion? Let your voice be heard. Want to change the direction of the show? Talk your shit. Tell us how you really feel.
For real, I might just say how I feel.
Listeners' feedback with Cousin Lamar on Inside the Cave.
All right, once again, Cousin Lamar, we have heard from him. What did he say he was doing, Rose?
He said he was working like a runaway slave.
Oh, okay. All right. Hopefully we'll get.
He said he's still with us, but he ain't with us. So man working. Man,
hopefully,
got to pay.
Hey, bro. Hopefully we get Cousin Lamar back before Sid makes his 6 months hiatus. You know that's coming. All right, here we go. This is from Denise. All right, here you go, Kat. The truth hurts, and sometimes it's unexpected. So by the way Kat reacted, it seems you're right. But men have always viewed courting, dating, sex, and relationships different than women. That's why us women need to demand marriage and commitment from men.
Don't listen to my reactions. My reactions are my reactions. Don't listen to me.
Okay. All right, cool. Here we go. This is from Lance. You know you're too old to be at the club when you ask her, do she have a pen? Then ask her to write down her number. It's the best one since y'all was high. We was never high. Well, we always high on this show, so yeah, I guess you got a point. All right. That is pretty funny, though, Lance. All right, here we go. This is from Gerald. All right, I got to reply to this, too. Please keep me out your jokes. Just because Sly puts up with it don't mean that I'm cool with it. I don't know Sly. I don't know Joe's. Furthermore, I'm a Bible teacher and was a deacon at my previous church in Broadview. What makes you think I want all my information on your show anyway? I've made it clear anytime anybody texts, email, or DMs anything concerning the show goes on the show. Sorry. And then you just said you don't want all your information on the show, but you just gave me all your information. I didn't know that you had a church in Broadview.
And then that kind of made me feel some kind of, I don't give a shit if you got a church. If you do dirt or you got something on your record, then why the fuck we can't talk about it?
Wait a minute. What the fuck I missed? What happened?
I don't know, but look at God. Look how God works.
No, last week, Sly thought he knew this guy and said he went to prom with him.
I find this funny that your ass remember shit now. All of a sudden,
I had to look it up because he sent me the message.
This motherfucker done did research and everything. Any other feedback we get, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. What show are they talking about?
I had to look it up. He sent it in. So.
Damn, dude, is dude big man or little man? I thought you was playing.
Nah, man. Anyway, I told Sly that he was gay, and him and that guy went to prom. Anyway, it's an old joke. All right, this is from Cheryl. I can't stand none of you. I am rolling on the floor laughing because I was like, what are these girls doing? This isn't dancing. All the men were in a circle just looking at these ladies or thoughts like they were on display. I knew it was time for me to go. All right.
What's she talking about?
She is talking about last week we did, you know you're too old to be in the club or too old to be at the party when. She actually gave me that suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Take it you didn't hear last week's show.
Yeah, I had a little stuff going on last
week. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is from Troy. The cave can take any subject and make it a joke. Cat is going to kill y'all when she come back.
Oh yeah, I gotta listen to the show now. Definitely. What happened?
All right. Here we go. This is from Nina. More men should ask women to dance and be gentlemen. Don't just slide on her in the club. I can't stand that.
It's the damn club. What you expect them to do? It ain't middle school. What they call that? Semi. It ain't the semi.
No, but I will say in other states, the music comes on, guys ask girls to dance. In some states, they even I know us Illinois people would be surprised, the Chicago people would be surprised. They play slow songs. Every third or fourth song, they put on a slow jam, and guys will go ask a woman to dance.
That's bullshit. Cat, when the last time a motherfucker asked you to dance?
I'm so sorry. I've been out of town before. I know you may be in the cave all the time, but I leave occasionally, and in other states, it's an Illinois kind of thing that men don't do that, because in other states, men enjoy dancing and ask a woman to dance. Like, I've been called weird because I don't particularly dance like that, but again, I'm used to clubs in my city where it's not that big of a deal to dance in a club.
What about stepping? What about stepping? We Chicago. We step. What you mean? Don't you got to ask a woman to? I think it's just our generation.
Most of the times you step in a steppers club. Oh. They don't necessarily put on like an hour of steppers cuts for people to get down. Oh. That's just like I don't even know if it's a Midwest thing, because like I said, Indiana does that, New Jersey does that. Like other states, guys get up and dance.
Hey, I was thinking about what's that movie Class Act? Say you don't.
Blade Brown. He was Blade Brown in Class Act. That's one of my favorite movies.
What did he say? Brown. You don't dance with a woman. You grind on a bitch. Something like that he said. That shit was funny as hell. All right, that was listener's feedback this week. If you got feedback for Inside the Cave, send it in. However else you've been sending, InsideTheCavePodcast.com or InsideTheCavePodcast@gmail.com.
The best hip hop throwbacks and R&B. Inside the Cave on Indie Central Radio.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Inside the Cave. This is things you can't do to black women during sex. And we also got some cool responses from people on social media. Things you can't do to black women during sex. Slide. What are things you can't do to black women during sex? They just ain't with it.
Sweat in their hair. Sweat in their hair.
Sweat in their hair?
Sweating their hair out. Sweating their hair out.
Sweat their hair out. Oh, you can't sweat a black woman's hair out?
Oh no, they ain't with that moisture shit. They ain't you ain't none of that shit. If it's real, you definitely can't do that shit. And you definitely can't do it.
I just want to say this, fellas. If a black woman comes to bed with her t-shirt on and only pulls her titties out, do not take her shirt off. She's leaving her shirt on for a reason. If she only whips her titties out, that's all she wants to be shown. Do not try and take on her. All right.
What is wrong with this dude?
It's true. That's the thing.
I'm trying to figure out. It's true. Everything.
What the hell does that mean? Like, explain that.
So why?
I don't get it at all.
If she comes to sex, comes to the bedroom with her shirt on, and all she does is whips her titties out underneath the shirt, she don't want her shirt taken off. Don't take her shirt off. She's doing that for a reason. If she got like a V-neck on, she just pull her titty out through the V-neck or some shit. Hey, she don't want to show her stomach.
My titties ain't coming out no V-neck. I would need a cowboy neck or something. I got my titties too big, come out a V-neck. I don't understand this at all. Who is pulling titties out of t-shirt, baby? What?
I'm telling black men or men, unless we're black men.
You talking to boys.
It might be a tank top.
Any woman over 40 got way too much titty to be pulling out a V-neck, bro.
I'm telling you right now, if she got a t-shirt on, don't take her t-shirt off. Don't take
pulling that shit. Look, she pulling that shit.
But it could be because a bitch cold. Like it might be chilly in the damn room or something. Like I don't understand. Like why? What is your thought process behind that?
The t-shirt gonna be gathered around her neck is what's gonna be.
I'm just telling you what I was told.
Talking about V-neck.
You said you trying to.
I mean, to me, if the t-shirt didn't come off, that mean I needed it immediately. Like that meant like don't even undress all the way. We going full throttle right now where we are in our life. Like I don't understand what that means. Maybe she just wanted so bad pulling her shirt over her head was too much.
Why y'all going on and on about this? Y'all really
cave cussing
coming from CB?
Hey, CB, you need to make that a cave question.
That's a cave crust question.
What?
Pull it up all the way off.
Off or through the V-neck?
Come on, Ro. Give me one. Things you can't do to a black woman during sex.
You can't pull her hair. I know that.
Yeah, I think that's like the number one answer. This was Family Feud. That would be the number one.
Yeah,
answer.
that's number one. 52 points on that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to digress, Ro. That is a false. That shit ain't true.
What? Listen, stop screwing them bald-headed chicks.
No,
that's a lie.
You wrong.
That's a lie. Determined that was a lie. You crazy.
You scared to do that shit. You
that's like encouragement. Like, bitch, you better do it. And it's like, we done pulled my hair. Oh, we finna go now.
Oh, yeah. And when she giving you head, hold both hands on the back of her head, like by the ears and shit. And if she got enough hair, make handlebars out that motherfucker. Hey, I don't give a shit.
Come on, say it. Give me one. Things you can't do to black women during sex.
Oh no, I ain't with a black woman.
You've been with a few of them in your past though.
Damn. Hey, listen, Sly. Said that was some G shit right there. I got so much respect for you for saying that.
Oh, shut up. No, you don't.
You about to lose her. You about to lose that respect because Said about to answer the question. Said answer the question.
Big dog. Things you can't.
On myself like
no.
Everybody put their titties out to the video.
I was waiting on them to say slide your titty out through the sleeve.
Things you can't do to a black woman during sex, big dog. Come on, man.
Hey, man. I mean, if she feeling you do what you want. I ain't never had that problem.
Oh, shit. Go ahead, big dog.
I'm going to tell you things you can't do to a black woman during sex. It's like when you...
I'm going to let me answer first. God damn.
Oh, what you got?
Let me answer first.
Okay. What you
can't surprise a bitch. You can't surprise a bitch during sex. It's something you want to do freaky during sex. You should put that out during brunch. Because what you're not going to do, wait until we good and sweaty into it. And you like, come on, baby, put your toe in my ear. The fuck? Put my toe in your ear. Come on, baby, I like that. Can put your... No, sir. Like, it'll ruin the mood for us.
Damn, Cat, what kind of man you fucking with want you to put them toes in his ear?
It was just an example, but what I'm saying is don't pop that shit up on me. If you like toes in your goddamn nostrils, you better tell me at breakfast. What we can't do is during the act of copulation, start making it up as we go. Like, no, we should have a plan going into this.
Damn. Well, I want to say this. Things you can't do to black women during sex. If you hitting her from the back and you getting into it, do not try to put your foot on her neck. Now white girls might like that shit. Black women ain't into that shit. You can't put your foot on her neck while you hitting her.
What you do? Yoga? You a yogi or something? You put your foot on bitches' necks? You flexible like that?
You get that motherfucker up like.
I seen it being done before, Cat.
You a fraud?
Don't judge what I watch. Hey, don't judge what I watch on Pornhub, right? You can't do that.
Obviously, you watching the cartoons, huh?
Oh no, I'll send you the link, Cat. I'll send you the link.
You cannot pull out.
I'm gonna say no thank you to that.
I'll send you the link. You might like it. You might want to try it one day.
You cannot pull out your cell phone.
Oh, great answers. Great answers.
You cannot pull out your cell phone.
You cannot pull out your cell phone.
You cannot
pull out your phone for.
You know, because you gotta show the homies, dog.
That's where because that's where Inside the Cave is playing.
Hey
on
man,
the
that pussy
podcast.
can't be good if you got time to pull your phone up.
Y'all just gave me a headache. So you got time to even find your phone? This bitch ain't discombobulated your ass, not even know you in the bed right now.
I guess you ain't heard last night in Vegas.
Cat, I got your favorite playlist on my phone. I was just setting the mood right. You know, they got these smartphones. Like, I can light the phone up and it's
Nah, Cat. If me and you fucking, I'm recording that shit. I got to show some niggas. I need proof.
Let me tell you something. If me and you fucking, you really having an out-of-body experience. Okay? You're really not in your soul when it's happening. It's really, I mean, that's unfortunate. And ladies, here we go. I will put a disclaimer out. If he got his phone out, bitch, you're not working hard enough.
What's wrong with that?
He should be grabbing everything imaginable.
It might be that good. He got to show some people. He got to record this shit and watch it later on for itself.
Negatory. If it's that good, this nigga's paralyzed.
That's good. That's a great answer, Sly. You were right.
Yeah, definitely the cell phone.
Can't pull your phone out on a black woman during sex. Y'all got any more?
Yeah, y'all gotta have some more.
Come on now. Otherwise, I'm gonna read the ones from the group.
Yeah, do that.
Y'all ain't got no more. Y'all can't say it. Come on, Seti. Come on.
Said ain't played. This is from Fuck Your Feelings. This is pretty funny. She said you can't spread her ass cheeks, spit in her mouth, and call her a cunt. That's funny as fuck.
You can't tell. Those have been done, just to not black women.
You can if we talked about it at breakfast. If we discussed it at Panera at 11 o'clock today, we can. If your goal was to do that,
Hey, this is the best one. This from Nathan, Ro, he said, things you can't do to a black woman during sex. Get your money back.
According to Cardi B, you can't wake up because you're drugged.
Yeah, that's coming up next.
Oh my God, that is good.
Oh my God, that one right there. I would send him a shirt, but we already sent him one. That was a good one. That was a good one right there. Also, they said, bring your side chick out the closet, ask for money, ask for a threesome, ask for a paternity test, ask if she fucked Daryl.
Ask to borrow money.
Oh my God, that's pretty good, man. Things you can't do. Oh, hold on, Sid. Guess who responded, Sid?
Who that?
Dedrick Walker. He said things you can't do to a black woman. Blast off in their hair. They hate that shit.
Spoken like a man that had that experience.
I think it say that. I think it said that in the Bible. I think that is a real rule, though. That's real life. The protein is good for the hair, but don't.
Oh, that's pretty good. Things you can't do to a black woman during sex. That's pretty funny.
You can't tell her to shut up, bitch. Take this dick. If you ain't fucking her right, if you ain't fucking her like that.
Again, if we were in IHOP earlier and you said like that's kind of something I'm into, I might just be like, you know what? Okay, all right, cool. You can do that. That's cool. We got to talk about it, though. Don't just do it.
I'm with you, Cat. I'm saying that, but I'm with you agreeing. But I'm saying like if he fucking in slow motion, he can't just be whispering in your ear. Shut up, bitch. Take this dick. Like that ain't going. The two just don't go together. You can't be passive aggressive.
So Sly, what you saying is
you can't be passive aggressive.
Talk they fuck game. You got to talk within your
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't be passive aggressive once you win it. If you gonna be the dominant. No,
yes, you can. You can be like, "Ooh, Zaddy, you run it now. Take it." Like you can do both. You can do both.
Like Chris Rock said, nothing said soft is getting done. You gotta say that shit with the bass in your voice.
Put your with your bass. Say it with your chest, nigga.
All right, we'll be right back with more Inside the Cave.
Big Dog's old school mini mix. Throwing it back on Inside the Cave.
Y'all already know what it is.
Ready? Are we ready now? Okay.
Catch Big Dog's country rap tune and old school mini mix weekly on Inside the Cave. Fridays on Indie Central Radio. Fellas, your voice deserves to be heard. Speak up and speak out with the E2 movement on Inside the Cave. Hashtag E2.
As reported first on the Cleese Report on Instagram, Cardi B, a video surfaced of Cardi B in her past talking about how she used to drug and rob men and take their money and leave them. Cardi B. Now, where have we heard that for on the men's side? Bill Cosby and all that. And Rick Ross took heat a couple years ago for saying that he gave a bitch, what do you say, give a bitch a plan B or something?
No, he said he dropped the Molly out.
Molly and all that. She didn't even know it. She didn't even know it.
Then what's other rapper said, give her a plan B or some shit in the rap? 21 Savage said that. Anyway, everybody made a big deal about the men saying it. Oh, Cardi B talking about drugging and robbing niggas. Oh, it's just a part of hip hop. Oh, hip hop talks about robbing people all the time. But why did she have to drug the men? This is why Cardi B is the newest member to the E2 movement. Cat, what do you think?
What's crazy is that the people that came on my post defending that, talking about how many people said that those men weren't innocent, that because they were soliciting sex, that they somehow deserved to get drugged and robbed. That shit was crazy to me. And then she actually doubled down, because I'm not saying she actually did this, but she was like, if your man cheat on you, and she gave a scenario, and she said, you tell him do a threesome.
I saw that shit, bro.
Huh?
I saw that shit.
Yeah, you do a threesome with them, you pop them with them Percocets, and you bring a fucking tranny to the bedroom
and rape them. That's rape.
What the fuck is wrong with this shit?
That's what she said.
Motherfuckers on my comment section.
That was from 3 years ago.
Talking about don't believe the narrative and you just following the Nicki Minaj fans. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about none of these people. I'm talking about the action. Yeah, I don't know nothing about no damn Cardi B and Nicki Minaj fight. We talking about a bitch who says she gonna trick her man into sleeping with a fucking tranny?
That sounds like that's rape.
Absolutely,
you talk about keeping it real going bad.
And to be honest with you, Big Dog, that's exactly the truth. Because I personally believe the bitch is lying. Because I think she was trying to defend herself, because people been attacking her over the years, talking about she don't deserve what she got. She was chosen by the industry and she was elevated and all this shit. So she was trying to defend herself, saying, I paid for my own studio time. And with all due respect, if you think Cardi's a pretty girl, you think ain't somebody put some money down on this bitch's studio time? Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm supposed to believe you didn't rob niggas for $50,000. And if you rob somebody that got $50,000, he bodying your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I don't even really believe that.
That's not true, and I'm gonna stop here because I know bitches at the Amber End right now getting niggas for all they work. So in real life,
50,000.
The lie detector determines that's a lie.
Cash for 50.
I am very 100% with. You don't have to manipulate people for sex. You don't have to do that, and I'm 200% with the He Too on Cardi B. That is not right. That is not okay. You cannot. And I want y'all to keep the same energy, the same language when another man comes out. I need for it to be even. Because it is not right. It is so whatever. Now we just named one that's in jail right now for it. What I'm saying is the energy should be wrong is wrong and right is right. And you should not have to, in any sense, drug any nigga to do your hustle, be it a male or a female. I'm with you.
Right. All right, yeah. Sad day in hip hop. This has been a sad week, and we got more.
Now let me ask you this: is I know it's a crime, but is robbery a issue, or is it the fact that she drugged them? The issue.
I mean, it's both.
Because if she is what if she is a stick-up kid? What if she is like, I used to.
What we're not gonna do, and we should let CB move on. What we're not gonna do is start digging into the why. It's wrong. Either way you look at it, and I know you want to rationalize it, but just because it's a man doesn't mean that he was violated any less than any woman who has ever experienced it.
No,
so
hear my question.
No, I don't want to hear your question. Isn't relevant to what the issue is, and the issue is don't drug people for robbery, sex, ambition, ego. Don't do that. Let's not use this.
Settle down.
No, I'm not upset.
Can I ask how you gonna tell me you don't want to hear my question?
Because I can be honest and tell you how I feel. And what I'm saying is your question isn't going to lead us to where the message that we want to get across is it's not okay.
We already know that. That's what we said from date. I'm asking a different fucking question.
Whether it was the sex or the drugs, whether it was robbery or drugs, it doesn't matter. Does it? Because we didn't go into this conversation when it was Bill Cosby.
How the hell you know what we went into? We did too go into these questions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We went all up and down that.
We didn't go into it with me.
Man, move on. Never mind. You
right,
up the segment.
Very good.
Ridiculous. You don't fucking control the show.
Another one.
Here we go. Welcome back to Inside the Cave. Let's get to this. Around the Cave.
Had a long week? Need to get some stuff off your chest? Do it now! Let's go 0 to 100 real quick.
Real quick. Real fucking quick, nigga. 0 to 100, nigga. Real quick.
Cat, what you got this week?
I got people who dump their garbage out of their cars or houses and put it on the street. I saw a gentleman today outside of my daughter's school literally drop his whole afternoon lunch on the ground. And that angers me because I don't even give a shit about the environment. I give a shit about like cleanliness. And I think that's real whack. So guys, don't litter. If there's a garbage can available, put it in there. If it's not, save it so you can put it in the garbage. But don't like throw your trash out of the window. That's a bad look.
Hey, I got a quick story on that too. Because I got caught throwing something out the window by my son. And he called me out on it. So I don't do it often. But I had some in my hand. He had eating a lollipop and I got tired of holding the stick for him. So I paused. So I threw it out the window. I threw it out the window and he was like, hey, you just throw that stick out the window? I'm like, yeah, you can't do that. I said, why? Because it's littering and that's not right. Plus the animal could pick it up, eat it, and die, and I don't want animals to die. So, yeah, I'm with you. I got busted. I got called red-handed, too.
Had to go back and pick that stick up, didn't you?
No, I was doing about 60, so I wasn't.
That's pretty good. What you got this week, Sly?
My rant. Shit, I had a good week, man. I really can't rant about much of shit. I do want to recognize, speak about this phenomenal weekend I just had. This trip I just made to Alabama, though.
Really? Did you see Big Dog down there?
No, because he's in Middle America, so I don't fuck with big dogs like that.
You finally figured it out, huh?
I went by his house to make sure the motherfucker was cutting the grass in Tuscaloosa and shit on the Lamborghini lawnmower shit he got, and I kept it moving. And I went to Montgomery.
You know about my crib, you wouldn't have made it back, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, your hood ain't harder than mine. Hey, so I went down to Montgomery to run this historical race, Selma to Montgomery. If anybody's familiar with the 1965 march with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And the hundreds of people that followed him, it took them 5 days to do this journey down this highway, and I believe it's Highway 80, right? me and a team of 4 people total. We ran this 51 mile of highway in about 8 hours and 15 minutes. It was educational, emotional. It was hot, hilly, fun times. We had another team out there from Chicago that had 6 people on it. I want to recognize what's going on with all the noise. I want to recognize these individuals on my team: Kevin, Sarah, Tamasha, phenomenal, Marlene, Michelle, Nicole, Reggie, Roland, Alex.
Not me, not my fat ass.
Not this row. Another Roland. Everybody's from Chicago. And Tamasha by way of Jacksonville, from Chicago by way of Jacksonville. We ended up coming in first place co-ed and second place overall. And it was just a great experience being down there in the capital of Alabama, seeing the museums and soaking up some of the history. Montgomery definitely looks different from when I went to school at Alabama State University. Like, to the point where I have to take my mother back. I have to take my mother back. That's her hometown, and I encourage y'all to know your history, not just read it in a book or YouTube that shit. Just get into some museums. It was real educational for me, emotional, like I said. This is where my mother was born. This is where my grandparents met at. What I took away from it was priceless, and to have a run down there was an amazing experience for me. Now, that's how I want to use my time. Thanks.
Hey, Slides, you want to thank Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, Ralph, and Johnny too?
I want to thank Joey, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Oh,
what's up,
shit.
Joe? Dirty motherfucker, man.
Hey, that was pretty funny, but you still
Hey,
ain't
Roland
funny.
and Dog was there. Roland and Dog, remember that march? What y'all was about 15?
Joe come out of nowhere with the jokes.
Hell yeah.
What you got to
Yeah, Joe, you should have helped him run here the way you was running from that dog back in the day.
What you got this week, Joe?
I got a PSA. All right, for people out there with jobs, don't complain about the amount of money you make if your ass ain't coming to fucking work. Don't tell me, I don't want to hear nothing about, hey man, I really need some money and this, that, and third. You got a fucking job.
You the
but
boss.
You missed 3 out of 5 days of work.
Yeah.
You be happy with that you be happy with that 2-day paycheck and shut the fuck up.
Joe done got a promotion, huh? You been talking about some bullshit for a long time.
Y'all niggas right now?
Get a little power.
They gave him a $2 raise and put supervisor next to his name.
Y'all know this, like, remember Joe was talking about the motherfucker that had came to work and had went out on delivery and delivered like 3 boxes and came back and left the truck and shit. Remember that story? You know what I'm saying? Like, ever since that story, like, Joe been in the office. He had no more like delivery stories and shit. Joe been on the inside of the building.
Real, man, that shit bug the shit out of me, man. How the hell you gonna complain about how much money you make, but you ain't coming to work? Got silly ass shit to that.
Get that $1.50.
Can't make no money complaining, man. Can't make no money complaining.
Right.
Joe said,
you don't get paid when you don't come to work.
Hey, what you got this week, Sid?
I ain't got shit.
Big Dog.
I'm cool this week, bro.
Say you ain't got nothing?
Nah.
I want to, for me, I'm going to touch on, for those that don't know, Jussie.
Hey, don't touch on nobody, CB. They can hashtag me to you.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, CB, you've been touching on a lot of people lately.
Yeah.
CB, you've been touching on a lot of people lately.
Yeah, I'm going to, Jussie Smollet, for those that don't know, Jussie Smollet.
Don't touch on him.
AKA the gay Tupac.
The gay Tupac.
Wow.
He might want you to touch on him.
All charges.
How do you want it?
By the district attorney were dropped. And a lot of people are complaining. A lot of people are upset. I had a conspiracy theory that I ran by Roe of why it happened, but I don't know if that's true anymore. A listener, Nathan, gave us an excuse of why it happened. And all I know is this. The same week that Donald Trump's what's the guy called? Barr? What's Barr called? Attorney General. Donald Trump's attorney general took the FBI report and made his own analysis and said, yeah, Trump is not guilty of colluding with Russia. The president of the United States took they said over 2,800 people were indicted. All this shit that went on, and Trump's attorney general that he personally picked out and got through Congress in January said, yep, no crimes are here, and nobody said shit. But when we voted this sister in as the Illinois state's attorney, she decided to drop a case. We voted for her in, and it ended up helping one of our own. He's a black guy, showing that the process ain't that what we want. We want to be treated equal. White folks do it all the time. They erase cases and everything. So this woman erased the case. Legally or illegally, she had the power to do it. We should be happy that finally a brother got off and we played the system the same way they played the system. Now I don't know how it's going to work as far as federal time, because they might stick them for some federal shit. But I'm glad that this sister did that. Fuck them. They've been doing that shit for years. And then here you got Rahm Emanuel all on CNN bitching and complaining about this shit. But when Laquan McDonald got shot by the police, he was nowhere to be found. He wasn't doing national interviews on CNN and Fox and all that shit when all this other corrupt shit was going on in his city. So fuck him. I'm glad Jussie got off. I know he probably did it, but I'm glad he got off. And I'm glad we got off the same way the white folks been doing it for years. That's my round of K. All right. Last but not least, Roland. He has to go last this week. What's going on, Roland?
So I got a rant, a kill yourself and start over, and a 0 to 60 all wrapped up into one.
Okay.
See, we got this thing on this show where everybody asking about W-2s. And me and a couple of people on this show, we run social media. And I am trying to figure out why the page isn't growing. And I had made a suggestion a while back about how the people that are on Instagram should participate in the comment section of the social media page. These motherfuckers share shit all motherfucking day long, from the inbox to the WhatsApp, and can't nobody make a motherfucking post or make a motherfucking comment on the goddamn Instagram page. Now, we figured out that if you grow the page, dummies, that we might get some W-2s. So how about you participate or kill yourself and fucking start over? Joe, Valley, International D, Sly, Big Dog.
I know you didn't just call me out. Fuck that shit, bro. I know I'll be on that motherfucker.
I'm gonna just kill myself and start over.
I'm interrupting your shit like you be interrupting my shit.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something, nigga. You don't know our past. We got cases, nigga. We can't be on social media fraternizing with you and your damn following.
Right, you getting unfriended, and the people you getting unfriended by unfriended everybody associated with you. We just had I tried to friend.
What?
They say that over, Cat. You broke up.
Your friend. So if you do something shady, whoever unfriends you unfriends other friends with you.
Yes.
That's a consequence.
Oh, by the way, Kat, can you please follow Roland on Instagram? I'm tired of hearing about you not friends with him on Instagram. Please.
I didn't know I wasn't friends with him on Instagram.
Well, you're not, so I need you to follow his page.
It's done. Done and done.
Oh, sensitive.
I like to post that.
But I'm scared to friend him. If I friend him and somebody unfriends him, they're gonna unfriend me too, just by association.
Even Tiffany follows him, and you don't follow him. What's wrong with you? Stop doing that.
No, actually, oh yeah.
Shout out to Tiff.
I thought you meant the other Tiffany.
Shout out to Tiff.
Yes.
Hey, I got a question. Did y'all know that the Fox News reporter not only blocked me but blocked Inside the Cave?
Damn.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I can't friend this lady now, even if I wanted to.
Oh shit. All don't know. I kind of like what Roland was talking about, but anyway, that's just me.
Got a problem? Need some advice? Send your questions and problems to Cat for Cat's Corner on Inside the Cave.
You want to send questions and comments to Cat for Cat's Corner? Send it in inside the cave podcast at gmail.com. All right. No name for this one. Just simple. My husband doesn't want my daughter dating. Cat, my daughter is 16 and started dating. Hold on. I know how to fix this. Hold on. Cat, my daughter is 16 and started dating a boy from school. He bought her a jogging suit from Victoria's Secret pink, and now my husband has forbidden him from coming over again. My daughter is upset, and it has torn a wedge in our family. I don't understand what the problem is because it's just a jogging suit, but he looks as leggings from Victoria's Secret. He can't get over the leggings and Victoria's Secret. I think that men have all these insecurities because of the way they treated girls, women of their past, and now don't want to give other boys a chance. He disagrees and said he doesn't want them together. Any suggestions? All right, Kat, any suggestions?
I'm going to give the right answer versus the answer I want to give.
Now give them both. I want to hear both of them.
The right answer is listen to your man.
That's right.
Your daughter is going to be who she is because of the men present in her life. And so you have to be aware that your husband is raising the bar for your daughter. And he's basically saying, jogging pants ain't enough for my baby. I can buy her jogging pants. What can you do, young man? So I definitely 200% agree that your husband is, you may not have to agree with what he thinks or how he rationalizes it, but at the end of the day, fathers are priceless. There's so many girls without fathers around that it's so very important that whatever he feels, even if you're uncomfortable with it, you have to understand that's how he feels. And just like you want the same respect when you step in and say, you know what, no, this is the way it should be because I'm a woman, I think you should step back when he says, you know, because I'm a man, this is the standard. So that's the right answer. The right answer is that's his daughter. So he has a right to say, fuck that jogging suit. Now, in reality, you can't stop a teenage girl from being with a boy she wants. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing. You can do everything you think your power allows. But I'm sorry. If she wants to be with that boy, if she wants gifts from that boy, if she likes him, she likes him. And as a culture, I think we demonize teenage love. We make our daughters feel bad because they have a crush. We make our sons feel like they gotta fuck because they're young men and their dicks are hard. Like we give all the wrong messages. Black women don't encourage their daughters to be wives. We don't tell our daughters, well, when you get a husband, you should behave this way. We don't give our daughters instructions. So it's very difficult for Black men to find wives when nobody has trained them to become wives. So, you know, it's a conundrum that I think we're still figuring out. But at the end of the day, let this man raise his daughter and let your daughter understand he's only doing this because he loves you. And he doesn't want any just nappy head boy from school. You're gonna walk past a million boys in your life. And so this one boy, even if he wants to buy you things, he has to understand it's gotta be okay with dad. So I think that's what you should do is encourage your daughter's boyfriend to get to know dad a little bit more so he can be more comfortable when he gives her gifts. But I definitely, you know, I understand your gripe, but I also understand that what you don't want your daughter to do is the opposite. And now make sex and love a mystery and alluring and magical. And she thinks that now she has to lie to her father and her mother for love, when that's a totally normal emotion for a teenage girl and boy to have.
That dad is totally right. You don't bring a gift from Victoria's Secret for my daughter and let me see it. What type of disrespect? That boy is lucky that dad didn't beat the fuck out of him. You gonna bring home some Victoria's Secret shit? So that means if he brought home a Victoria's Secret gift that you can see, imagine the gift that you didn't see. Okay? Trust me, I know. I've been there. So that means you seen the jogging pants. What you didn't see is the thong panties that he brought. Come on now.
My son stole jewelry in kindergarten. He stole jewelry out of my jewelry box to give to a girl.
I did the same thing to my mom when I was
I'm sure you did, because if you like a girl, you want to show her any way you think you know how.
But I ain't steal my mom's panties and give it to her.
He might have been. He didn't buy her panties. He bought a jogging suit.
If that girl could fit your mama's panties,
Victoria's Secret
panties. He might have been with his mother at the mall and thought, "Man, I want to get my girl a gift."
You don't bring no Victoria's
That boy trying to fuck. Let's just say what it is.
That's all he's trying to do is fuck. That ain't her boyfriend. He's a nigga trying to fuck. That's all he's trying to do. Victoria's Secret, he's giving you a hidden message. Trust me, I know. I've been there.
I think the dad one is right, but can the parents have a conversation? The little girl's parents and the little boy's parents, can they have a conversation like what's going on? Maybe they don't even know what their son did.
I like that, Sly. That's good shit.
You know, and maybe his father may be thinking the same way, or the mother might be thinking the same way. Like, ain't neither one of them ready. And you know, it's all about the communication. Like,
Ted, you had a girlfriend at 16. What did you get your 16-year-old girlfriend for gifts?
I ain't get no gifts, really. Shit.
Exactly. See, man, boys don't. You don't do shit like that. That's disrespectful as hell. Bringing panties to me. You can't do that shit.
He ain't brought no panties now. Here you gonna turn this whole motherfucker thing to a lie.
Victoria's Secret is a message.
You gotta understand, it's Victoria's Secret, and then there's Pink.
Exactly.
Stop it.
Well, here's the funny thing.
Victoria's Secret has a clothing line, man, and most of them young girls, that's what they into.
Right, that's PXL hoodies, t-shirts, sweatpants, shit like that.
He could have got that shit from Walmart. If it got writing on the fucking ass, there's a problem. That's a problem. Now, whether it's a sweatsuit,
not all of them have writing on the ass, bro.
Said you making
The most recent pink jogging pants don't have anything on the booty. They're just a jogging suit. And this is what I'm trying to. Again, like, I don't want us to get wrapped up with Victoria's Secret. Maybe that's what we need to do. We need to.
They get lost in the
quell the problem. Right, like. Victoria's Secret sells so if he would have got a perfume for Victoria's Secret, he wanna fuck?
Hell yeah, because Victoria's Secret perfume got pheromones in it. Come on, I know what's going on. I've been there.
But what I'm saying is, can I get a stab at it? What I'm saying is, it don't matter where the gift is from.
Hold on, Ro.
I'm saying that.
Show, nigga.
Fuck you, said. Why don't we sound like you rustling for loose change, nigga? Shut the fuck up. Black ass connection. Anyway, I'm saying it don't matter where the gift come from. I got a problem with my 16-year-old daughter receiving a gift from any boy from any place. I don't even allow no 16-year-old boy to take my daughter to the movies. Yeah. If y'all going to the movies, y'all paying Dutch. Take your own motherfucking money.
Right, we all.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if you want, at 16, I didn't approve of it. But here's the thing: I approve of anything. You come to me with respect. Now, if you 14, 15, 16 years old, you claim you like a boy and you want to date and all that other fly shit, then to me, if you not bringing that boy to me for approval, then that means there's something wrong. So you know you out of pocket. So that's why you sneaking around and receiving gifts in secret and shit. You see what I'm saying? Or y'all done fucked up somewhere along the line and she ain't got that type of respect for you. You know what I'm saying? So if you raised her right, then she gonna check with you on certain shit. You see what I'm saying? But at 16, man, getting them fucking school books, you ain't got time for a boyfriend. Your focus is all fucked up. Now, if you pulling A's and all that shit, then we'll discuss that.
When nigga bring home some Victoria's Secret for your daughter, he's best believe he's warming up trying to get to that pussy.
Well, it don't matter when you
bring your daughter a goddamn Snicker box.
Well, per what you saying, CB, if a boy buy my daughter something from Victoria's Secret, he getting fucked up on sight. So that's neither here nor there. If it's from anywhere else, then yeah, we having a conversation. But I'm saying I'm not allowing my kids to accept no gifts from no boy.
But why y'all not talking to the parents? Why none of y'all parents talking to the other parents?
I said that was some fly shit. So I said, yeah, I agree with that.
Let the other parents whoop their son ass in front of you.
I whoop their son ass in front of them.
Said, I got a question. I got a question for you later on. I got a question for you.
Victoria's.
You got off the show last time, I tell you.
Victoria's Secret. That's fucked up, man. You can't do that shit, man.
Man, nigga, if he buy from anywhere, CB, he bought it from fucking Macy's. He's trying to fuck.
That's what I'm saying, CB. What's an acceptable gift for you, CB?
Nigga buy her stuff from the gas station. He's trying to fuck.
Buy a bag of Flaming Hot.
Well, he ain't got to buy shit.
Flaming Hot Cheetos. He trying to fuck.
CB, it don't matter.
It ain't a lie. I
caught up in
100%.
Yeah, but see, now you disrespect. I already know every boy wants to fuck, but you ain't finna disrespect me by thinking you slick, bring it home. This is a different line of Victoria's Secret. Nah, motherfucker, this is Victoria's Secret. I know what the fuck go on with Victoria's Secret, motherfucker. You ain't know. Don't bring that shit in my house. Hell. Fuck that. Joe, what you would do? Tell me, Joe.
I mean, just like said, I'll be down there with him beating the boy ass in front of his parents.
Hey, attaboy, Joe. We gotta need that kind of shit.
So what if it was your son? What if this kid was
you know what I tell my son, man? Don't you?
Man, that's exactly what I was gonna ask.
Don't you ever buy no girl nothing like that. That ain't your wife.
What if he wants to show his emotion for her? If he wants to buy her something, what would you recommend?
You want to buy her something?
And Joe, hold up. He done already bought the pink stuff, and the other parent is coming to you now about the pink jogging suit legging thing. What's going on now?
I'm gonna tell him, look, we taking this shit back because you probably spent my motherfucking money on it.
I'm gonna just tell the parents, hey, you got a fast ass daughter. Did my son think that he buy some
You ain't
do a better job of parenting.
Your ass whooped by somebody's dad.
And we need to do a better job of parenting, motherfucker.
Fuck around, you and your son both get their ass whooped.
CB say you got a fast ass daughter.
And CB gonna be calling Cal to come help out. Come help me, son.
He ride home in the car, his son gonna be looking at him like, you know.
CB say you got a fast ass daughter, and she out of my son's league. He can't buy her shit. He can't afford.
Hey, Doc, what you say? My son gonna be looking at me
and be like, "Goddamn, Pop."
Hey, I got mine. Why you let him fuck you up like that? I whooped mine. You got your ass.
You don't be able to tell a little nigga nothing else, boy. Take the trash out. You take the trash out, man.
Get your ass in front of your son. It's a wrap. Hey, because I'm thinking about it. All the fear I got especially in my little son, my youngest son. Boy, if he see me take a beat, hey, let me tell you what happened. I dropped my kids off at school one morning, right? And I parked bogus, and I walked them in, and the guy outside yelled at me, "Hey, sir, you can't do this, woo, woo, woo." Man, all three of my kids like froze. Like, oh my God.
What you gonna do, nigga?
Like they couldn't believe somebody yelled at me like that. They looked at me like, oh my God. Like they were scared for him. I was like, cause they know how crazy I am. So I was like, oh, I apologize, sir. I'll go move the car. And they were like, Dad, I can't. You know my daughter is. She was like, Dad, what happened? What happened? You just asked. She just couldn't believe that. So I'm telling you, get your ass whooped in front of your kids. It's a wrap.
All respect go out the door.
Hey, they ain't have no respect for you, boy.
Why don't you just tell your daughter the truth? Like, hey, baby, you got to go to school here. I can't be here all day long. I would have whooped dude's ass.
Man, when that dude started yelling at me, both of them, they just froze. They like, oh shit.
Like, now, on the real shit, if that was me, I'd have turned around like, man, who the fuck you yelling at? Some serious shit.
Nah, my kids go through
Stevie didn't want to get his ass whooped in front of the kids. So
I go.
he was like, sir,
I'm too young to process that shit.
Nah, they in the Christian schools, Joe. I can't do that.
Can you imagine going home and the kids say your mama, hey, daddy got his ass
by the old crossing guard.
Hey, what's worse?
Hey,
hold on. What's worse? Hey, Sam, what's worse? Getting your ass whooped in front of your kids or your woman?
Your kid.
Said.
Kids.
Oh shit.
Said. Can you imagine the school calling the house, calling CB house, speaking to the mother and saying, yeah, we had an incident up here at the school, and she like, which kid is it? And they're like, it's none of them.
It's like it'll be just like the wood. They call up, tell my wife, I just want to apologize for beating your husband's ass up.
It'll be like it's your oldest kid, the 35, 36 year old.
God damn.
CB go home looking for some sympathy. She be like, go sit your punk ass down somewhere.
She gonna make your ass stand in the corner and hold some books.
Man, gonna make you call that nigga at the school again.
I think it's worse if you take the L in front of your wife.
Nah, your wife could process you getting your ass whooped. A grown up could tell, this nigga bigger and tougher than you. You probably supposed to lost that.
Yeah, you can't lose in front of your kids.
Yeah, your kids ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah,
hey, dog.
Tell your kids think you invincible.
Hey, dog.
Right.
Hey, dog. Tell everybody, if you don't mind me, if you're not, I'll edit. Tell everybody what happened when you told your kids you was them niggas on when you was watching that gangster movie.
The shit, man. She couldn't believe it. She looked at me like,
she
looked at me and started laughing.
What movie was that?
I think it might have been like Men's Society or some shit. Boys in the Hood, one of them.
It's just amazing what kids, with the way kids perceive their parents.
Your kids only see you as daddy.
Right.
They don't know that you was that kid one time, so it's hard for them to process.
Man, it's crazy. We all off subject now. I forgot what the fuck we was talking about.
We're talking about the lady's letter about her daughter getting the pink outfit. And to segue, Big Dog is so right. It's hard to process when your little girl is growing up and becoming attractive and having a sex drive. I know that's intense.
Wait, girls don't get sex drive, do they? Girls don't get sex drive.
I bet that's what you think. I bet. And, it's kind of two things we can close with. Number one, I think we, as a culture, need to talk to our children about sex. Like we should, and one thing I loved about the whole conversation was every dad was like, I'll kill this dude. That's so fantastic because unfortunately I didn't have a dad in my home. So I never heard that end of it. I heard what my friend said and I heard what my mom said, but I never heard what a guy said. And it's so awesome to hear it as an adult now. And I'm very grateful and thankful that my daughter has that. Because that dad, I'll kill him, that statement, that speech, as a woman, gives me value to hear. And as a teenage girl, that makes the price of your pussy more than Victoria's Secret jogging suit. Mm-hmm. When a dad says, I'll kill you over my daughter, that makes her essence, her being, so much more special that a boy would rethink. If he really cares about her, if he really likes her, he's gonna figure out another way to give her something. He's gonna talk to the dad if he really likes her. That's the thing about it. Like, I want for it to be, known that you guys are really awesome and for feeling that way about your daughter, because maybe her mom didn't have that feeling. So she's not really sure how to take a man feeling that way. And it's such a wonderful thing that you have that opinion. And with that being said, that teenage girl is going to figure out to do whatever she wants.
Oh, stop.
And you're going to have to hope that everything you taught her, everything you gave her, as a dad, you are dropping gems. And you better hope you've given her enough gems so she knows her worth. So even if he buys her a jogging suit, he'll never get any pussy.
Right.
Because she knows her worth.
That's the key.
So I think mom has a great grievance to share with people, because it's a lot of us moms out here with teenage daughters, and some of us are doing it without the narrative of I'll kill this boy for her. Everybody doesn't have that. So that number one, that little girl's super blessed. And number two, mom, don't worry about it. Teach your daughter to have value. Teach your daughter to understand that there's nothing a man could purchase on earth worth who she is, the man that made her. Teach him, be involved. And I like that Sly said to involve the parents. Let's stop, let's destigmatize dating, and let's let the parents talk. Let's let the kids hang out around us so they don't have to sneak, so they don't have to do anything they don't have to do, because you're allowing his presence. Communicate and open those lines so this boy can see your daughter and can buy gifts without feeling like dad's gonna kill him. Because if he do want pussy and he's gotta be involved with the family, he's gonna leave. And she'll deal with that on her own.
I'll be honest, Kat. That's what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. But I've been with my girl since I was 17. Well, how old was I? Said 17, 16, 17. And
you got 16.
16. Hey, and I had, I mean,
7.
Hey, I was on plenty of double dates with my girl and her parents. Like I had, because I was like,
they gave her permission to love you.
Yeah.
And that's a gift. You should thank them for that, because
what we don't want is I had to fear her brother. Her brother, he been on the show. I had to fear him because he had to. He basically let me know. I think I still could take him though if I had to. You know what I mean? I think at least if I couldn't take him, I would call him.
So now you gonna have your kids watch their uncle whoop your ass. That's what
that's even worse, ain't it?
Yes, it is, dog.
Like why Uncle beat Daddy up?
Yeah, again.
And I wasn't gonna, but I'll be extra super duper candid. I had a child at 17, not because I wanted to, but because my mother forbade it. She made it so mysterious. She made it so unreachable, like, don't see it anymore. And that was impossible. And I wish she would have just let us hang out. I wish she would have been okay with him, because then I would have realized maybe we weren't compatible. Maybe it wasn't. I would have realized before we had a child that maybe he wasn't the guy for me, because she would have opened those lines. But my mother made it forbidden. And it was like, the more forbidden it was, the more cunning I got. And being very candid with you all, I loved him. And that's like my real first love. Like, I really understood love with this dude. And a baby had to help us separate. Because in real life, maybe we weren't meant to be, but because it was such an allure behind it, she made it unreachable. And I am a goal getter. So when you make something impossible for me, I will not only find a way, and that's just my personality.
Hey,
so I'm just saying, like, teenage girls. Yeah.
This listener said last week, I meant to ask you about that. This is the feedback from last week. He said, Kat talking about being date raped when she was drunk. Did you ever talk about being date raped?
I don't believe I have, and I can be very candid. I've never had sex I didn't want to.
Then she said, then he said, I'm sorry. He said last time she talked about being felt up at her job and getting fired. You ever got fired?
Yeah, at your job? I was felt up. I did. I got fired from Carson Peary Scott when it was on State Street. I worked in the shoe department. No, I worked in the men's department, and the guy from the shoe department came up and literally like broke me as I was counting money.
All right, my bad.
And they fired me.
I thought Troy was listening.
No, Troy, it's all good, and I don't fall back. I don't lie, which means I don't have to go back on my word.
No, I didn't know.
The point I'm trying to.
Okay, I know you said a lot.
I'm really trying to get to by being so candid, by being so honest. I'm trying to get for this mom and you guys to understand that we have to communicate. If there's a boy that likes your daughter, make him uncomfortable. He'll go. The one that wants her is gonna go to dinner, like you say, do the double dates with the parent. Man. The one that really wants her is gonna not mind you being there. And that's what you want. You want your daughter to understand she can be loved, because you don't want to give her the message that no one should love you. That is the wrong message you want a 16-year-old girl to have.
And my father-in-law, before he died, he used to say, man, you can stay here. I'll make you a pallet on the basement, put me on the floor, made a pallet for me and everything. Shit, you know, but I couldn't go upstairs. Shit in the room.
Hell no.
But he'll make a pallet for me and shit, you know. Yeah, he kept me around, you know, but he was cool. But I also respected him, though.
And CB, what's so lovely about your story is you loved her. That you would sleep on a pallet, on a floor, in a basement, just so you could be in the same building with that girl.
And
that's the message.
He's gonna come back and tell everybody that he fucked that night.
Yeah, I spent
the night at one house. Goddamn, y'all know what I did.
Yeah, but guess what, though? With all that being said, real talk, with all that fly shit being said, y'all still together. And that's what
y'all still and that's the beauty. This is what I'm saying. You stayed with this lady. You went through, you slept on a basement floor, get something. She think it's love. You have to teach her how to accept a gift from a man.
Yeah, but you ain't accepting a Victoria's Secret, though.
And CB, that point right there that you're making with the name for the Cat and the rest of the fellas, Victoria's Secrets are not marketing their stuff to children, right? It's the Victoria's Secrets fashion show. It's always
I disagree with that, brother. They very much marketing it to teens.
No. What I'm
Preteens,
saying,
as a matter of fact,
they're marketing teenage sex.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is what I'm saying. Like it.
Yes, they are.
A while ago, we had a conversation when I said about you having the right conversation with your daughter, and Ro, you made the comment. You felt like if you talk to your daughter about sex, or if you talk to your daughter about birth control, that's giving her the license.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. What I said was, if you give her condoms, you giving her a license to have sex. Absolutely. What I did say is also.
So if your daughter has condoms and you put on birth control, I'm gonna put it like this: you should know your daughter. And whatever you think you need to do to protect your daughter, you need to do. But you a fool if you think your daughter not gonna have sex at some point.
No,
and if
absolutely.
You don't talk to your daughter, or
you have to talk, dog. I hear you. I'm not saying you don't teach her about those things. What I'm saying is if you, for instance, in my opinion, what parents do is at a certain age, what they do is, well, boy, here goes some condoms. You better be protecting yourself, instead of trying to teach what is the right thing to do. But if you do go that route, now if my daughter come to me and say, I've had sex, well, now we got, you know what I mean? We got to take care of that.
I'm going to put it like this. If your daughter is seeing or interested in some guy, you need to start having a conversation with him.
No, absolutely.
If he's exclusively seeing one guy, they talking on the phone all the time and they dating, you need to take precautions.
Now, what about your son?
Conversation though, dog. I didn't say I was against that. I didn't say that.
Hey, at what age can any of y'all daughters shop at the pink store?
Yeah, my daughter, I'll take her in there.
How old is your daughter though?
She's 14.
You take her in the Victoria's Secret store,
bro.
And
I mean, just because
dog, you said
bro, they sell bra panties. I mean,
right,
they sell clothes.
Unfortunately, there are
sell book bags.
That breast.
So you mean to tell me a book bag mean you trying to sell sex?
Yeah.
Man, you fucking.
I'm sorry. No, let's get real though. Like,
man, he on here putting on the Ritz, dog. Don't even get caught.
Shut up.
It's 12-year-old girls that have to wear panties. Are you saying they shouldn't wear panties from Victoria's Secret?
What CP gonna do? He gonna go to fucking Walmart somewhere and buy some little cheap ass panties. So when she in there dressing out for gym, the rest of the girls can talk about her.
First of all, Hanes panties ain't cheap, nigga. So I don't know what the fuck you
tell him, bro. Tell him something, bro.
I'm just saying, once them girls get to be a certain age, bro.
All the more reason. That's exactly why you would go to Victoria's Secret. They got 5 for $25. These panties gonna last a while. They're pretty. I don't understand. Like, why?
Pretty. See, that's the problem right there, Cat. What they panties need to be pretty for? Who they need to be?
I'm not against
pretty for?
I'm sorry. You must wear a sackcloth on your nuts every day.
Goddamn right.
I don't know.
Hey, Cat. I'm not.
I know my drawers ain't pretty.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Your teen should be allowed to have some little lace on her panties and all that shit.
No, they shouldn't.
They have cotton underwear. They have cotton panties. They have cotton panties. They have cotton bras. And if you have a daughter who wants to have a nice pair of underwear, I don't think we should deny her that because.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that. Just because she got nice panties don't mean she's trying to have sex.
Yes, it do. Yes, it
but
do.
But CB, shut the fuck up for 5 minutes.
All right.
What I'm saying is that I think what CB's trying to say is that the allure of the name and the brand of Victoria's Secret, no matter what they're selling in there, they could be selling fucking lip gloss.
CB trying to fuck with your head.
And I guess I'm saying CB's allure is very juvenile because only teenagers think you can only buy fucking negligees in there. Victoria, I mean, if you take your hands off your eyes for just 4 minutes in there, you'll see they sell pajamas, they sell slippers.
We know that, but you didn't even let me finish my.
It's a secret.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking about CB.
But you cut me off though. I was in the middle of talking.
You don't want to hear what you got to say, bro.
No shit, evidently.
Wow. Thank y'all for listening to Cat's Corner featuring Inside the Cave.
Yeah, this Cat's Corner turns into Cat's Block. Man, we've been talking about this shit for.
You want answers? Cleese Report. I want the truth. The Cleese Report with Roland on Inside the Cave.
You can't handle the truth.
I am total. First of all, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Roland. I brought Roland on, and I learned from OGs. Thank you, brother. I had more to say, but I forgot because I've been drinking a whole bottle of wine. Second of all, I want to say this. I am totally against. This is called instituting black law. The whole system, as Roland has talked about since he came on this show, needs to be shut down, broken down, and reconstructed. And I am totally against black people committing black crimes against other black people and going to white prisons. I'm against it. So whenever, no matter what a black person has done, if they got to go to a white prison, I'm against it. So I think that we, as black people, need to buy our own prisons. And when black people commit crimes against black people, we need to vote and institute our own lawyers, our own judges, and then them judges send the black people to black prisons where black people are in charge, and then we give black justice. I had more to say, but like I said, I drank a whole bottle of wine. So, Ro, I'll let you take it.
All right, dude, shut the fuck up now.
Sanchez in there.
But this is about black.
Come on. All right, man. Shut your black ass up.
Fucking wino.
Lock them up in one of them black prisons.
Nigga over there drinking Wild Irish Rose. Shut the fuck up.
He drinking that Cooper's Hawk. That shit was supposed to be boycotting. Him and Fly.
Now go ahead, bro. I know you got a real point to make. I lost mine.
No, I think you did a good job, CB. I think that when people hear you say black prisons, they may think that just invest in the prison system that's already there. And that's not what we're saying here. What we're saying here actually is that we can build our own system of government. And there's actually precedent for this. And it's called tribal sovereignty. And it's a thing where it's a concept and where inherited authority of indigenous tribes to govern themselves within the borders of the United States. The United States federal government recognizes tribal nations as domestic dependent nations and has established a number of laws attempting to clarify the relationship between federal, state, and tribal governments. This goes into the plan that I've tried to institute that we need, that all the people who have mega amounts of money, the black elite, the black 1% can start up in small communities and build their own grocery stores, pharmacies, schools, gas stations, restaurants, rec centers, doctors' offices, and hospitals. And if we do this, and plus it ties into a line with a couple of the followers of the Inside the Cave where they talk about descendants of slavery. You know, I think that black people today are many things. We're not just one thing. our history has been so distorted over the many years that you don't know if you're connected to the transatlantic slave trade, where you came from Africa, whether you came from the West Indies, or you were already here, indigenous people to this indigenous land. But what I do know is that if you're Black in America and you identify with the race of a Black person, I believe that we can make our own indigenous nation and we can build it from the ground up and break away. We don't got to go back to Africa. We're here. And some of us were already here before the Europeans came. So let's take our rightful place, make our own laws in government. And that way we can do what CB says, is lock them clown niggas up. That's fucking up. And that's the Cleese Report.
I'm going to comment on Instagram, all right?
Oh my God.
God. Really? Shit.
Both you niggas crazy.
Craziest cat shit.
Who did it better? It's the original and the remix on Inside the Cave and Indie Central Radio.
Hey ladies, it's time for To Tell the Truth. Ladies, let's talk about it with Sly on Inside the Cave.
All right, man. So I think CB just passed the fuck out. So we go into the next segment, and that is Sly. Tell the truth.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Ladies, tell the truth. Inside the Cave podcast group on Facebook. Hit us up. Send me a friend request. I'll add you to the group. I got a couple questions. Sid, I'm glad you're still on, because this question I had brought up last week. I need an answer. I would like an answer. This is more like for the parents. So recently, maybe 2 weeks ago, in Chicago, there was a young boy that was murdered, shot, killed by one of his friends inside of his home. You remember hearing about that?
No, I don't remember hearing about that.
Okay. Young kid. My question is for you parents to tell the truth. Would you consider searching or patting down your children's friends that enter your home or step on your property in your backyard, if they're coming over to play with your son's friends is coming over to play with your son and down in the basement or in his room, or if what we speaking about earlier, if a young man is coming over to quote unquote do homework with your daughter, are you gonna pet them down? Are you looking for condoms, drugs, guns? Because this one story, the young man had a gun, and this is a kid. He's not even a teenager, and he had a gun on him, and he shot his friend.
Damn. That's fucking insane.
Did he shoot him playing with the gun, or he shot him like, fuck this nigga?
No, he pulled out the gun like, want y'all like play with it, him and his sister said no, ran out of the room, and the young boy that was shot said, I don't want to play with you anymore, and the boy said, well, I don't want to play with you either, and he shot him.
Oh shit.
And then ran out the house, so they know this is one of your children's playmates.
You talking about like 9-10 years old type shit?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my god, no, I wouldn't never think to do that. Like if the shit that motherfucking real, you ain't allowed nobody over. Like if I got to pat motherfuckers down, that's crazy to me.
It's your home though, you know what I'm saying? It's your home,
I'm sorry, these children, I can't even imagine my daughter hanging with a friend who will take a gun out of the house.
You should see me wasn't sharing that wine with Kat. Kat, bang your phone down or something. Bang it or something. Like
I'm thankful that my daughter and her I wanted to say
Hey, Cat, we can't hear a fucking word you say.
Move your phone or something. Hold your phone and one leg up and a pipe in your hand or something.
We ain't hear shit you said. Start from the top.
It really sounded messed up. It was like, I want thing, wah, wah, wah. That's how it sounded.
Like he was fade to black.
Start from the top, Cat.
We're gonna take your response as a caller. You want to be a caller and call in?
I'll send an email.
Okay, cool.
You can also answer on Instagram.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to answer that question, it's Inside the Cave Podcast at gmail.com.
No, I think just like boys coming over, you should know your kids' friends and you should know the homes that they're coming from, and you should be a little bit more hands-on. I mean, with your kids, I can't even imagine. Like I do when my son was in middle school, I did 2 a.m. check-ins once a month. 2 o'clock in the morning, I kick the door in, be like, open that backpack, nigga. Like, I just want to know, like I would check. I would check to see, just a surprise inspection. Like, what's up? What's happening? What's this note from? The teacher gave you this, you ain't give it to me. Like, I definitely wanted to be involved. There was no privacy. I can't imagine like kids going to privacy. You don't have no privacy. You a child. Y'all finna sit crisscross applesauce on this damn carpet in the living room. Like, I can't even imagine.
My kids don't even got locks on their door. They mad as hell.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, kids with privacy. Like, how did they pull a gun out and I didn't see? They sitting right in front of me. Like, I can't really kind of fathom that happening where a weapon like this again, I that is so tragic. I can't even. They better die, because if he ain't die, he finna get his ass beat. Like, I'm finna whoop everybody ass. Like, he had to die, because I couldn't even imagine a child, making the decision to bring a gun in my house. I can't even fathom it.
Yeah, that's shit. I said I wanted you to be on because I remember you told a story a while back where you said your son, one of your children's friends came over and they like walked past you. You was like, hold up, we don't do that. You gonna speak as soon as you come in my house.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know, like, from y'all being parents, is there ever time that you have felt like maybe I need to, this is my castle and I'm protecting my family, but I might need to screen my children's friends a little bit more.
I feel like that every day, man. Some girls came over to visit my daughter and they walked in and they didn't say anything. I put their ass out.
That's real talk. That's real shit.
What I did was I told them to go back outside and come in. Let's try that again. I made them walk their ass outside, close the door, ring the fucking doorbell, and then they had to re-enter. You don't walk in my motherfucking house and don't speak to me.
Hell no.
No, I'm
she ain't from that though. I'm from like mostly everybody else in this case. I'm from a time and place where you show respect to people's parents who came in, and I mean she respectful to people's parents, but hey man, you don't ever walk into nobody's house and don't go in there and introduce yourself and shake people's hands, say, hey, how you doing? I'm such and such. How y'all doing? Hey, how you doing? Everybody go around, and make your presence known. You don't walk in nobody's house and do that and not say nothing, man. That's out of this world.
And if you got kids hanging at your crib, man, you need to meet their parents.
Exactly.
That's the point. The point is, if you wouldn't let a kid walk in without saying hello, for damn sure they ain't bringing a gun into your house, because you
already know you don't fuck around.
Exactly.
That's true.
Motherfucker told man, yo man, hey, what's up with your dad? Shit, he don't play no games. Now you goddamn right, I don't play no games.
One day when my son was in high school, I had drove my son to school. He might have been a junior. I driven him to school, and as I was pulling off, I saw some of his friends walking the opposite way of school. Oh, little niggas, you can't come in my house and smile in my face and be cutting class. I rolled up on the curb on them like the detectives. And I was like, no, sir, school is the other way. Like, I don't play with none of the friends. My expectations are clear with my child and with your child too. So if I see your son cutting class, no, you're going the wrong way, sir. And they went back to school. Like, you have to do that.
I had to have a conversation with one of my daughter's friends' dad, because my thing is, if your kids come into my house, if I see them out or they get into something, you know, if you got an issue with me saying something to your kid about them getting out of line or checking them, you know, checking them in the right way and making sure you know what's going on. If you got an issue with that, you need to keep your kid at your house.
Go.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up. All right.
And prime example, they're doing construction, so they still building houses out here, right? So they had dug out the basements and a couple of the house seats or whatever. And the little girls over there, man, they didn't climb down in the hole. You know, it had been raining and shit. They just walking in the houses that they building. Now, the guys over there doing construction, and they just got their little ass all over there in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the backyard cutting the grass. I look, and I yelled over them like, "Hey, what are y'all doing over there?" Somebody could have easily snatched one of their little asses up, or they could have got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the little girl goes home and she tells her dad that we had a situation. That's how he called me and asked me, like, my daughter say that y'all had a little run-in. I said, what the fuck you mean we had a run-in? We had no fucking run-in. Your daughter was out of pocket. Huh?
I ain't got no fucking running with no kid.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, shit, she was out of pocket and I'm looking out. I mean, unless you don't want me to say nothing to her, then you make that known, and from now on, she don't bring her ass back over here. I mean, that's my take on it.
Right.
But
when you govern, you gotta govern everywhere.
He was cool, but just the fact that she went straight home and she told him that something happened, but she didn't tell him the whole truth.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. You see what I'm saying? So when he called talking about, I heard y'all had a run-in, I'm like, nigga, we ain't had no run-in. I told her to get her ass off from over there so she don't get hurt or get fucking kidnapped or some shit.
And see, this the thing right here, dog. Now, had it been the wrong nigga, motherfucker been knocking at your door, or come over there with a pistol ready to do something, because she didn't went back and told him some sideways ass shit that wasn't.
But you notice I say he called, right?
Yeah.
Because he live around the corner, you know what I'm saying? So he could have easily walked his ass over here, but I don't think that would have turned out the way he wanted to.
Right.
No. Listen, the motherfucker did right. He made the phone call. He checked up. You know what I'm saying? That nigga didn't want no trouble. He did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, but it's like, but dog say when if I see one of my daughter friends out or one of my son friends out, hey man, what's going on? I see you, I'm gonna say, hey, what's going on? What you into? Doing?
Right.
Exactly. Cool. I'm just, I ain't pressing nobody, but you good? You need a ride?
I feel like this, man. Like we all like family, right? So like if you see my kid out doing something, I expect you to fucking say something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can't say you my partner, you my bro, and you see my kid getting out of line and you just turn a blind eye and say, man, I ain't want to interfere. That's bullshit.
Yep.
Well,
even if you call me and let me know. Even if you don't really, you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't know how the next man gonna take somebody saying something.
Hey man, if somebody kid about to get into something, you know that's gonna cause them harm.
That's right.
You need to step in.
Yeah.
And you know, you just got to figure out the right way to do it. And you go
or
ahead
whoop
and
their ass too. You need a lesson too. Don't bring that ignorance over. I'm sorry. We cannot stop being diligent for doing the right thing because we're afraid of how somebody's gonna react.
Yeah, if it's
even
wrong,
if you gotta do it wrong, even if you gotta do it wrong and apologize later, but no, if it is wrong, you be humble with it and like, look, man, I'm sorry I did it the wrong way, but I was just worried. That's what I'm saying.
In the moment, be right, and you can be wrong tomorrow.
Your approach should always be right when you're dealing with kids, man.
That's
You ain't gotta do it in the wrong way. It's all about whatever it takes to make sure
that's what I'm essentially saying. That dog. I'm saying it could be wrong in the dad's eyes. Like, well, you ain't have to say it that way, we can't live in fear of not saying something in risk of saying the wrong thing. You got to deal with that shit at that moment and let the chips fall where they may.
Exactly.
But that go for all the black kids. If that's your guy, man, or whoever, they should automatically know how you are anyway.
I'm only helping out my son black friends. I ain't helping out the little white boys. They got white privilege on their side.
Hey, check the cat. Before you go, I got a lady tell the truth question. Thank you guys for answering that question. Check this out. Ladies, tell the truth. Have you ever had to ask your man or husband to accept a child of yours from outside of the relationship or wedlock?
Ooh.
Repeat the question.
Wait, I don't understand. Like, you have a child and you're asking
No, not previous. I'm saying post. Like, you and I married, Kat. You know, like, this is my dream come true. You and I are married, right? You're my,
Right.
you're the love of my life.
Right.
You're the love of my life, Kat. You're the love of my life.
Right.
We living. We got, right?
True that.
We got the HGTV house, right? We love
Okay.
it, right? You got your big kitchen with your island, but somewhere, you know, you get pregnant and you might be fooling me, and I think we haven't somewhere along the line. You know, somewhere along the line, you get pregnant, or this marriage or relationship we in, you become pregnant, and maybe you fooling me, and I think it's mine. You know, and I'm under the assumption that it's mine, but it's really not my child. You know.
Oh, this question really ain't for me. Okay, all right, I see what you're doing. This ain't a real question for me to answer. Okay, go ahead, ask everybody else. I couldn't even tell you that. I don't get, like, how do I somehow get pregnant?
But you get pregnant by another man outside of our marriage, Kat.
Okay, how? Again?
He probably was fucking you and
What,
telling
on
you.
the island in the kitchen? Is that how?
Yeah. He might have been pulling your hair and calling you a bitch too, but I don't know. But you're pregnant. Not right at this point. You're pregnant.
Nah, I don't think we're missing a big part of this story. If I'm married and I'm letting another man penetrate me, then something is really wrong. I'm not healthy. I'm not okay. Like, something is wrong. Give me a doctor.
Some women, you do acknowledge that some women, married women, do have children outside of their marriage.
Okay, yeah, and like I said, maybe this ain't for me. So go ahead, ask that question.
And some women want to stay married. They want to stay married to their husband.
True that.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think?
That's something you should ask the guys. Would you accept your wife's love child?
Hell no.
Hell no.
There we go.
So it's immediate divorce, or y'all going out with the mistress
on site?
On site. I asked the bitch, have you lost your damn mind?
Only fair. I think that's only fair because I think that's right. And it would be the same. It would be the same as if you had a love child. If a baby came out of nowhere.
I think women are more acceptable to men. Wives? I say wives. Since we talking about marriage, I think wives are more acceptable to accepting their husband's love child.
Women are more acceptable to that than men.
Wouldn't know nothing about it.
Did that nigga wake up on his nod?
Right,
that motherfucker done fell in the bathtub.
That motherfucker and start talking. That
nigga say, hold up, I got something to say about this.
This nigga done got drunk on air. Ain't that a bitch?
They sound like that damn plumber from off of Martin that fell asleep in the damn bathroom.
He was in a stupor.
Oh shit! It's all our turn next week. All us gonna be drunk next week. Hey, dog, Joe, said, Ro, hey, drinks on me next week. We're drinking in this bitch.
No, serious though. Women really do accept that shit better than men do. Look at Lala Anthony. Look at Gabrielle Union. They don't give a fuck. They know
actually,
that's what niggas do.
First of all, Lala do care because she had that nigga on the ropes there for a minute.
Yeah, but she came back like they always do.
Why don't you try to let us know how it work out?
I ain't got that kind of money.
Oh, okay.
All right, man. But like my man said on Dave Chappelle show, wrap this shit up, B.
Hey, man, you with me on that? I'm with you. Shit, I'm ready.
Hold on, before we wrap it up, tell me something, Joe.
All right, thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
No, thank you, Joe. Thank you for coming out. You long lost motherfucker. You.
Hey,
And the next time you come on this show without a fucking dirt sheet, you fucking fired.
Because somebody commented on Instagram. I'm gonna put it on Instagram. I want to see y'all comment on my dirt sheet. Can somebody screen Joe?
Joe clocks ain't set right and shit. This motherfucker show up an hour late. Joe, get your shit set right.
And he unprepared. Hour late and unprepared. And look, and we was blessed to have Cat a whole show. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
He said, unfortunately, yeah, fucking up the segments and shit.
Hey, Cat, check your email. Cat, check your mailbox, Cat.
It sure as hell ain't your W-2, so don't get happy.
And he said it like I'm gonna run to it right now. Okay, I will.
You keep playing with that blowout, like
check your mailbox, like right now, immediately.
No. Next week.
This is the same man who got 20,000 unread fucking emails.
This nigga's off the chain. Fellas.
Somebody get a final word so we can get out of here.
Ain't no final word. We'll catch y'all ass next week.
There we go. If she can't cook, she better be able to do something.
Inside the Cave.
You did say you wanted to be in, right?